So, of course, do you know what's the funniest thing in the world? The so-called great, and this is what we're gonna have a conversation about in this video. The so-called greatest singer in all of history has only 6 songs with over 800 million streams. Okay, and of course, we'll tell you about, of course, Beyonce. I'm so sick of Beyonce. I think most people who watch this video are so sick of her as well here. Beyonce's fandom and all of the critics have basically, for the past 20 years, shoved her down our throats. And guess what? No one is streaming Beyonce's songs. No one is listening to her songs anymore. Her last album didn't really sell very well globally as well. It really isn't even in the top 10. For a singer that's supposedly so legendary and so amazing, you at least have sold at least 10 million copies. The way Beyonce fans talk about Beyonce, like she's this, huge, massive singer that everyone listens to, but people are really getting sick of Beyonce at this point. It's honestly kind of annoying. Beyonce's fans kind of did it to themselves. Beyonce fans will complain when any artist surpasses Beyonce, especially if it's a white singer. Of course, they'll be angry over that. They got angry over Samba having more listeners than Beyonce. Tate McRae had more listeners than Beyonce. Like, get a break, Beyonce fans. Not everything revolves around you and Beyonce, okay? As well. There are tons and tons of other artists that are going to pass Beyonce because Beyonce is mostly listened to by the Beehive or the Bayhive or whatever you want to call them as well. Okay, yeah. And even then, Beyonce is still, and daily listeners, not even in the top 50 as well here. Not even in the top 50 for Beyonce, as well. Okay, yeah. And I think Beyonce, is Beyonce even gained, she gained 18,000 daily listeners. Her highest peak was 38 million as well. So 38 million as a peak isn't that bad. But, then we go to daily streams, which I used to always use that for a reference, obviously, as well here. But, alright. Yeah, and where is Beyonce? You have to actually scroll quite a while. She's at 90. Okay, here are artists that are ahead of Beyonce that are considered lesser than Beyonce as well. Maluma, never heard of them before, but they have more people listen to Maluma more daily than Beyonce. 21 Savage, Cat's Eye. And I remember I made fun of Cat's Eye. Metro Boomin, Kali Uchis, Little Baby, Michael Jackson, which is considered one of the legendary artists, and Michael Jackson is dead. He can't make any more music, and he still gets more daily streams than Beyonce. Imagine Dragons, oh yes, one of the most critically panned bands of all time, still gets more streams daily than Beyonce, by the way. Cigarettes After Sex, Zach Bryan, Arctic Monkeys, Shakira, which is considered Beyonce's peer and mostly gets most of her streams from South America as well. Alex Warren, oh yes, another critically panned singer that's gained more streams than Beyonce. Daniel Cedar, Gunna, Juice WRLD, another dead singer that can't make music anymore but still gets more streams than Beyonce. BTS, Young Thug, Dua Lipa, Maroon 5, oh yeah, another critically panned band, Maroon 5. Olivia Rodrigo, Post Malone, Nicki Minaj, Radiohead, Daddy Yankee, Samba, which we mentioned on the monthly listeners as well, Feed, Lil Wayne, David Guetta, another really critically panned artist, but again, David Guetta has a lot of featured songs. Yeah. J Balvin, Peso Puma, which that's an artist that's mostly popular in South America, Linkin Park, which its lead singer, which Linkin Park, we'll refer to Linkin Park as it because it's a band, but Linkin Park's lead singer is that I know they have a new lead singer, but their newer songs will probably never be the same as the original. Tyler the Creator, Beal, the K-pop Demon Hunters cast, but that's wouldn't be too surprising. They would have the number one song. Morgan Wallen, that actually is kind of shocking as well. Again, Morgan Wallen is seen as a regional artist, but it's still outside the so-called global superstar as Beyonce. Doja Cat, SZA, Coldplay, Chris Brown, Eminem, Ed Sheeran, Vita. Oh yeah, Ed Sheeran's also critically panned, by the way. Lana Del Rey, Lady Gaga, Tate McRae, Tate McRae is also critically panned. Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West, Travis Scott, Ariana Grande, Bruno Mars, Rihanna, and of course, all of the biggest artists, Sabrina Carpenter, Billie Eilish, Arctic Sync, as well. Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, Taylor Swift, Drake, and Bad Bunny. Yeah, we already went by descending order. That's literally artists that have more streams than Beyonce. And Beyonce has almost similar streams to Sorry XCX and Stray Kids. But Beyonce's supposedly this legendary artist as well here. And Beyonce also only has 2 songs with over 1 billion streams. Again, not a single one of over 2 billion streams. Even if you include her girl group, there's still 0 songs of it still adds 0 songs. So she still only has 2 songs with over 1 billion streams as well. Yeah. This is why people say that certain artists are fraudulent. Like a lot of people say Billie Eilish is fraudulent. But I think the most fraudulent artist of all time is Beyonce. Okay. And how many streams does Single Ladies put a ring on is getting a day? You think 1 million? Considering that Beyonce is so legendary, so amazing. Oh wait. The best I can do is 242,000. 1,923. Okay. An even worse one is Cuff It. 154,101. And Beyonce also doesn't have a single song gain over 1 million streams a day. Oh yes, but she's supposedly so legendary and so great. And heck, she only has 5 songs of over 300,000 streams. All Night, Irreplaceable, Halo, Telephone, and Crazy Love. But let's compare her to the 2 artists that she's competing with in daily streams as well. Not all the artists that are above her, because, they probably have more songs, with over, pulling more weight than Beyonce is. Okay, let's look at Stray Kids as well. Okay, so Stray Kids has 1 song with over 500,000, so that's actually doing worse. But the fact that they are doing better than Beyonce, I think is pretty hilarious. They're doing they could actually pass Beyonce, which I find pretty funny. At daily streams, and Stray Kids is only popular in Korea, so that's actually kind of embarrassing for Beyonce, a so-called global star, an artist that has 32 Grammys that she probably didn't deserve. And also, the artist that's also near her is Ty XCX. That's the number 91 artist as well here. And Ty XCX at least has a song of over 1 million streams. Yep. And even she has far more songs with over 400,000 streams, which is 400,000 as well, which is honestly kind of embarrassing for Beyonce. The fact that Beyonce, one of the so-called greatest singers of all time, greatest vocalists of all time, an artist that has 30 Grammys, is being nearly beat by an auto-tune singer. That's honestly kind of one of the most embarrassing things in the entire world. An artist that is seen as so legendary, so amazing, and so, integral to the history of music. And all that type of old bands like Queen and stuff, because a lot of these old bands, a lot of the members are either dead or very old or kind of in retirement homes, basically. Like Elton John is not in the top 100, but he is extremely old. Not many people really listen to him anymore because, most of the people who listen to him are pretty old and they don't use Spotify as well here. And there's not many, and most of the artists were comparing Beyonce to are her peers, which are people that would, which would be people that were born in the last 20, which would be artists that became popular in the past 20 years. Not artists that were popular 50 years ago, okay, as well, okay, yeah. And even artists, some artists on this list, like Rihanna, hasn't made music in a long time, and she's still at number 11, okay? Rihanna hasn't really made any big albums since, last decade. Still gets more streams daily than Beyonce, by the way, because, yeah, Beyonce it's just embarrassing at this point, okay, as well, okay? And there's a possibility she'll drop out of the top 100 Maybe her new album next year, once they claim is gonna come out, is gonna save Beyonce's career. But again, her last failed album, despite winning Album of the Year by the Grammys, is not really doing too well either. As well, let's look at the best-selling albums of 2024. Okay, let's see what Cowboy Carter ranks, because they say that, oh, but Album of the Year really, really, really matters. Okay, it really, really matters. Album of the Year. Okay, it's gonna give 1 bazillion here. Okay, 1 bazillion yeah. First is go over top album artists by sales. Okay, let's compare Beyonce, to all the other female artists. Once we're on top masters now. Okay, as well. Okay, so let's compare her to other female artists at the very, very least. Oh wait. The only girl groups. Really? Oh wait, we selected group. Solo. Group and solo artists. So here we go. Top 10 best-selling female artists. Oh, Beyonce is at number 10. Yes, she's at number 10. And this is excluding male artists, by the way, as well. She is behind Adele. She's behind Britney Spears, Rihanna, Barbara Streisand. I don't think I've ever heard any of her songs before, but she's at number 6. Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Celine Dion, Taylor Swift, and Madonna. So she's at least at number 10 on this one. But when it comes to sales, Beyonce was kind of lucky that most of her most popular album, most of her sales came when streaming wasn't very big. And even at number 11, number 12, Lady Gaga and Ariana Grande as well here. Katy Perry's on this list. Billie Eilish, that's a streaming era artist as well here. But even streaming era artists are probably going to eventually pass Beyonce as well. So, yeah. And we looked at that, but we only looked at the most streamed artists as well. Okay. Actually, there's also the most streamed albums as well here. We can look at the most streamed albums as well here, since Chartmasters has a list for this as well here. And here, so we can go for female artists. Let's not quick group this. Let's quick solo and group female artists, since we gotta count groups as well here. So number 1 is Sour. Number 2, SOS. Fuse of Nostalgia, Dua Lipa, Don't Smile at Me, Midnight's Full Core, Reputation, Born to Die. So where is Beyonce? So she isn't in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 24, 25. So she's not in the top 25 as well. Okay, so top 50 maybe? Well, it isn't looking too great for the, greatest. Oh, I found Beyonce. She's at here. And I don't know when was the last time they updated this either. So, they have. Yeah, but yeah, I have no idea when was the last time they updated this either. So, if they have updated this recently, that they don't have this updated because there are some albums that should be here. So there was another site that does track best-selling female albums, but yeah, they have a more updated list, and Beyonce doesn't even have a single album in the list as well. Okay, and even then, let's look up best-selling album so 2024. Yeah, they actually have not updated that list as well. Best-selling albums of 2024. here, and I actually can't find a updated list. But I know she wasn't in the top 10 either. Okay, as well. But yeah, it is kind of hilarious that Beyonce, a supposed legendary artist, only has 6 songs with over 800 million streams. Honestly, kind of pathetic. Consider a hit song 800 million streams. That's the best we could do. And heck, those streams could be botted too, all we know. Goodbye.